Also, Ted Smith, Chairman of BJCTA Board and the board members, and the BJCTA communications team led by Myrna, who we have worked closely with in our communications efforts, and you will be hearing a lot more about Birmingham Express in the year to come. We're very excited. This is going to be a very exciting day for us. Just to remind you one more time of run of show for us, we will begin with prepared comments here at the podium. Immediately afterwards, those who are taking part in this taking part in the prepared comments, and others will then be going around and we'll be doing the photo opportunity with the actual groundbreaking to get started on this phase one construction today. And then immediately after that, the bus will be open once again. If you haven't had a chance to get on the Birmingham Express bus, I'm telling you, it surely shines when it's driving down the road. We were loving it this morning. It'll be a great opportunity for you to check it out. We will urge everybody to follow along with social distancing. We will limit folks to no more than 3 at a time on the bus, and make sure to wear masks as we social distance today as well. So let's get started with our program now. I would like to please join me and welcome Director of the Department of Transportation for the City of Birmingham, James Fowler.
Thank you, Rick. Today is a great day. This is a beautiful day, and it's great to see this bus actually here physically in person. And again, my name is James Fowler, and I serve as the director of the Birmingham Department of Transportation. And what we have today in front of us is the culmination of a lot of hard work by a community of people, so many, many people. And this represents execution on something that we know we all have to do. We have to grow differently. So a few years ago, the Birmingham News ran an article with the headline that Birmingham is the car commute capital of the U.S., the car commute capital of the U.S., where 94.6% of commuters get to their destination by car alone. And that was according to census data then, and I'm sure the same is true today. And we know that that is not a good thing because it's not good for our health, it's not good for equity, and it's not good for our environment. It's ultimately not sustainable for all those reasons, and we know that when something is not sustainable, then it has to stop. And so this effort is a huge, huge, huge step in the right direction for growing differently. And so we're doing just that. About a year ago, I was fortunate enough to attend a conference in Seattle that was organized by the Federal Transit Administration. And from that conference, I took away two things. So one, that we here in Birmingham with this project are relevant nationally and we're leaders locally. So at that conference of the FTA, there were about 50 different organizations from around the country that were there that were all representatives from different transit projects that were ongoing. And from those projects, almost all of those 50 organizations had a BRT project somewhere in development. And we were among that group, and I was proud to be representing Birmingham. And it was clear that within the Southeast region, we were a leader in this effort. So this is a huge trend, and we're absolutely on the forefront. The second thing I took away from that conference was that in transit projects, because they are so complex, almost all projects go through what they called a near-death experience. And I think we've had a lot of challenges with our project locally, and that is not unique to Birmingham. But ultimately, I think it has made us stronger. It strengthened our partnerships, but then internally to the city, it's done a few things. One is in response to the challenges associated with this project, we've created a new division of capital projects. And that division is led by our very, very impressive director, Miss Denise Bell. And then two, we found in a project manager what I would consider to be a savior for this project, Ms. Charlotte Shaw. And she moved here from Atlanta to manage specifically this project. And from day one, she took the bus by the steering wheel and put the pedal down, and she has not let up. So she has been a huge, huge, huge savior for this project. And so this project is not possible, not just without a central project management team, but with leadership and visionaries at all levels of government. So that includes representatives at the federal level, that includes our mayor, that includes our council, that includes our chiefs, and all the leadership within the city. And it also includes our partners, such as the Transit Authority, who has been a major, major partner on this project, and we're excited to be working with them. And then it also includes our partners at the Federal Transit Administration. So with all of that, we are finally here today with a bus in front of us, and we're ready to break ground. And it has been a huge journey, and I'm excited to keep going because we know we have to grow differently. So with that, let's keep going. And so I would like to introduce our own mayor, who's been a huge champion for this project, Mayor Randall Woodfin.
Thank you, James, and good morning to everybody. Listen, I am extremely, well, I would say very, very happy for this moment we are here today. I think it's important, one, to thank all of you all for being here and present with us. And two is, I think what we have behind us and what's about to happen starting today is the culmination of teamwork. It's a lot of people to acknowledge. But I want to start by acknowledging the Birmingham City Council, especially Councilor Darrell O'Quinn. I think we also have Councilor Clinton Woods present this morning. But Councilor O'Quinn likes to remind me that it's important for the city of Birmingham to be very intentional about providing more reliable as well as alternative transportation options for our residents. It's been a top priority for him. It's been a top priority for the administration. Councilor Quinn also likes to remind me that in order for the city of Birmingham and our 99 neighborhoods to grow, we must meet people where they are and provide them with quick and easy access to all areas of our city. And so today's groundbreaking is a big step in that direction. I think it's easy to put into perspective that the Birmingham Express will be a connector of eastern and western neighborhoods, as well as to the Birmingham Central Business District. From the Western Transit Center here, where we stand, and the Eastern Transit Center in Woodlawn, the Birmingham Express will connect 25 of our neighborhoods to jobs, education, health and government services, as well as entertainment. Now, once completed, the residents of our city will be able to take advantage of a more reliable, fast system that will reduce travel time and lower costs with its 7 buses as well as its 32 stops. I'm proud of the working relationship the city of Birmingham also has with the BJCTA. Under his leadership, Mr. Chairman, I see, other board members I see, as well as Frank and his entire administration and their team. What we have here will enhance the work they're already doing to provide reliable transportation, and I want to thank you. Combined with other programs like VIA, Birmingham On Demand, which supports our efforts in increasing our micromobility system, which is set to relaunch next month, there will be more investments, more options for public transportation. Again, going back to what Councilor O'Quinn likes to remind me, it's important that we look at public transportation as a toolbox. And within that toolbox, we must have multiple options, and I'm happy that this is an additional tool within our toolbox of getting people from point A to B in our city. So here I begin our thank yous. I want to start with the city team on this project and the Office of Capital Improvement in particular. You've heard some of these names earlier that was mentioned, but it's worth mentioning their name again. Director Denise Bell, Deputy Director Charlotte Shaw, and Project Manager Tyler Pearson. Again, I also want to thank Frank Martin and his team, as well as the board members of the BJCTA, and the BJCTA as an organization who we work with as partners on Birmingham Express, as well as Congresswoman Terry Sewell. Congresswoman Sewell's commitment to District 7, as well as the seat city, Birmingham, and focus on securing federal funds that jump-started this program is so appreciated, and I want to thank her. At this time, I would like to bring up one of her team members and representatives to speak on the Congresswoman's behalf, Maisha Hutchinson. Thank you all very much.
On behalf of Congresswoman Terry Sewell of Alabama's 7th Congressional District, to Mayor Woodfin, City Council members, Jefferson County Commissioners, other former and current elected officials, BJCTA staff, City of Birmingham staff, neighborhood officers, and other guests, good morning. I am Maisha Hutchinson, and I serve as the Jefferson County Outreach Manager, and I'm honored to be with you today to celebrate the groundbreaking of the new Birmingham Express West Transit Center. The Congresswoman sends regrets as she is currently voting on the year-end funding package and COVID relief packages. Negotiations are ongoing, and we expect a vote on a short-term stimulus bill in the next day or two as a compromise is reached. I am joined by other members of Team Sewell today. Hillary Beard, Chief of Staff, please wave. Melinda Williams, District Director. And Ollie Davison, Deputy District Director. Our office stands ready to support other projects with grant support letters and calls. We look forward to a successful 2021. To directly quote the Congresswoman, it's so exciting to see the $20 million in federal funding we fought so hard to secure in 2015 pay off in a way that directly impacts Birmingham residents' everyday lives. The Birmingham Express West Transit Center will improve travel time and decrease costs, connecting more Birmingham residents to their places of work and communities, and increase livability and opportunity. This critical project will bring us one step closer to ensuring our public transportation systems are both equitable and sustainable. On a personal note, as a lifelong resident of the city of Birmingham and former neighborhood officer, this is truly an exciting day to see progress in making the ability for my fellow community members, neighbors, to easily connect to places and people a true reality. Again, congratulations to everyone for their hard work in making today's event happen. Thank you.
Thank you. And as I mentioned earlier, one of the great outcomes of this process and this project has been that we have formed a strong partnership with our local transit authority, and in particular with with Director Martin at the Transit Authority. And since I have been working with him, and since he has been in Birmingham, there's been a huge momentum shift in terms of the direction of the Transit Authority, in terms of the stability that they are building as an organization. He has surrounded himself with very strong leaders, and in particular, they are setting a vision and a course for the future of transit in Birmingham, and that absolutely matters, and his input and his efforts have been extremely effective. And so I would like to welcome him to talk about this project in particular, and he has been a great partner for Birmingham. So thank you, Mr. Martin.
Good morning. Let me try that again. Good morning. All right, that sounds a lot better. Okay, this is truly a great day for Max. It's a great day for the city of Birmingham, great day for Jefferson County. It's a great day for transit. This is the beginning of what I think over time will become just a start, a spark, to add additional corridors, adding additional services to the toolbox that the mayor and Councilor Quinn has been talking about over the last several years. Let me first start out by acknowledging the board members that we have here. We have Chair Smith, the chair of the board. We have Donald Harwell from Vestavia Hills. We have Sam Parker, the county representative, and also Willie Davis, representative of the city of Birmingham. As staff, we rely on our board for policy direction, working collaboratively together to make this happen. Very, very critical and very, very important that we have their support as we move forward. I would just like to acknowledge as well in terms of the comments from Mr. Fowler and the mayor in regards to the cooperation between the city of Birmingham and BJCTA. And just for a moment, going back to think about over the last several decades, the strong commitment that we have had from the city of Birmingham, the Intermodal Center, Central Station, those two signature projects really add to providing that solid foundation for what a great transit system can become. We are not there yet. We still have a lot that needs to be done. But I think with the ongoing cooperation between the City of Birmingham and BJCTA, that we'll be able to expand the BRT system to multiple corridors. And what you may not know is that over the last several decades, there have been multiple corridor studies performed in this region. So this is just one of many corridors that can be developed to provide that express service, connecting opportunities, making sure that our citizens have options for effective and affordable public transportation. Now, we have a number of initiatives that we've been working on at the BJCTA, and we're currently embarking upon a study called a comprehensive operation analysis. This is taking a deep dive into our current route structure and identifying areas that we can improve service, modify service, what have you, improve the overall frequencies of the service. So as this project will be coming online in 22, it is our hope that we will have identified changes that need to be made to the overall network, so there'll be a seamless integration, if you will, between our regular MAX fixed route services and the Birmingham Express. Again, this is all about moving people. How can we effectively move our local residents where they need to go and want to go in a smooth, effective, and efficient manner? So be on the lookout for what is going to be coming down the pike in terms of the comprehensive operation analysis. We're calling it COA. We are about midway through that process. We had a meeting yesterday with representatives of the city of Birmingham, letting them know exactly where we were in the process. So I'm very, very pleased with what you will see going forward. And I think as everyone kind of mentioned, we must change. We must change how we look at public transportation. Public transportation is not just for those who have no other choice but to use public transportation. Now, you probably heard me talk about, and some probably get tired of me saying this, but it is my vision that the BJCTA will become the mobility manager for the region. And what does that mean? That means bringing all of their services together. Birmingham Express, fixed route, micro transit, Uber, Lyft integration, bike share, car share, all of that coming together. Because at the end of the day, how can we effectively move our residents to where they need to go? And it means coming together as a team to make that happen. I was not aware of the comment that Mr. Fowler made in terms of Birmingham being the commuter capital of the world, of the nation, or what have you. But think about it. You look at 280 and all those cars that are packed up on 280 and 65. We need to think very aggressively moving forward. What can we do to change the perception of public transportation? This is a game changer with the implementation of this particular BRT Express service. It's the beginning of what I think over time will be a great public transit system for the area. We can't do it alone. We need to have partners, additional partners, other than the city of Birmingham, in order to make this work. Again, it is my vision that we'll be able to accomplish that, making sure that the services that we will be providing to the community will be convenient and effective and take them where to go. We need to have more options in their toolbox. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate your comments. And now I'd like to turn for final comments from this morning from District 5 Councilor Darrell O'Quinn, who the mayor commented on earlier, who has been a very strong and consistent voice for public transportation in our community. Councilor O'Quinn.
Good morning, everyone. This is a extremely exciting day for me. This investment in BRT is the most significant investment in public transportation that has occurred since the building of the Intermodal Center downtown. And I believe that the BRT will be completely transformational for public transit in the city of Birmingham. It is going to dramatically change the efficiency and the convenience of public transportation in our city. And as the mayor mentioned, it is just one tool in the toolbox that we are bringing to people who live, work, and play in the city of Birmingham. We are embarking on the BRT, but we have seen microtransit in place now for a little over a year, and we have bike share and scooter share coming online in the next few months. We have the Birmingham On Demand program up and running that's been successful. We have even going back to implementing local ordinances that allow transportation network companies to operate in the city of Birmingham. Those are all tools in our toolbox, and there are others that are available that we are continuing to work on. But all of this is about making it easy for people who don't have the luxury of owning a privately owned automobile to be able to utilize services for them to access opportunity, for them to access health care, for them to just move about the city. So again, this is a project that I am extremely excited about for its transformational capacity. On a personal level, I'm extremely excited about it because I'm going to be able to walk from my home to the East End station in Woodlawn and jump on the BRT and get to wherever I need to go along the BRT route. So it's something that it's going to be beneficial to me personally, but to everyone else, including my children. My children are teenagers. I'm looking forward to the day that they'll be able to get on the BRT line. If you talk to older folks who grew up in Birmingham in the 1950s and 60s, they'll tell you, yeah, I used to walk down to the trolley and jump on it for a quarter and go downtown and see movies and things. And I think that the BRT, Sam Parker saying, yeah, I was one of those kids. So I think this is an opportunity for us to see that type of access reinstated and those types of memories developed again. So again, this is a huge moment. It's been a long time coming. I think the city was initially awarded this grant back in 2015, and this is the fulfillment, and it is with extreme excitement and pleasure that we get to participate in the groundbreaking this morning. And I do want to give a shout out to my colleagues on the City Council for their continued support, and to the city councilors that have come before us who helped make this project happen. So again, congratulations to everyone. This, I think, when people look back on this moment, it will be pivotal in the city's history, and they will say, this is a moment in time where the city turned the corner on improving public transportation here. Thank you.
There you go.